Hi, I'm Bethany. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Soapapilla cheesecake. All right, first I'm going to show you the crust that I use is croissant dough. Okay, so I've went ahead and we have layered the bottom with the dough. So that's our bottom crust. That's what you want to start out with first. All right, in my bowl, I have 2 bars of cream cheese. You can actually do 1.5 bars, but today I wanted to make it a little thicker. So I'm using 2 bars of cream cheese per 1 cup of sugar. So I'm gonna add my sugar in. And I typically use about 2 teaspoons or so of cinnamon, but you can just kind of dust it how you want. Just enough to give it a little bit of flavor there. All right, so I'm just gonna mix it right here. A lot of times it really helps to get the cream cheese at like room temperature, okay? So that'll actually help soften it up a little more. Now, this is all that's the main mix is, so I'm just gonna place it in my pan right over here. Actually, I'm gonna bring my pan over here. And we're just gonna put it in the pan. Remember that I just put 2 bars of cream cheese, 1 cup of sugar, and a couple of teaspoons of cinnamon. This is something that's really easy. A lot of times, you know, it's not something that requires a whole lot of ingredients. This is also something, you know, people don't realize, but sometimes, you know, food really is a big ministry. And sometimes if people are going through things or, you know, recovering from the hospital, anything like this, this is something that really doesn't cost a whole lot and you can do really quick. So I'm just spreading this out right here. Just making it nice and even. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna layer the top, and I'm pulling these croissants apart and I'm just rolling them out, and that's gonna be your top crust, okay? Now while you're doing this, you may want your layer to be, you know, when you're doing your layers, you may want to preheat your oven. That way you can do it a whole lot quicker. Okay, just pulling this apart here. Let's get a different piece. This actually only takes 2, I use 2 cans of the croissants, and you can design it however you want. I'm just trying to show you real quick here how to do it. Now, sometimes, you know, it depends on how you like, but I typically will get like the flake kind just because it fluffs up real nice. But there's no, you know, real rule, just using the croissant, and it doesn't have to completely cover either. Okay, because this is all going to spread out and fluff out once you get it going. All right, so now I'm just taking some butter and I'm just brushing real butter on the top. This just gives it a nice golden crisp feel to it, and this is so delicious, I'm telling you. Something really fun to eat. So I just get it all nice and dusted here. Okay. And now what I'm doing is I have just mixed sugar and cinnamon for the top. I'm just gonna dust it real good. This just basically kind of gives it a crisp taste. And this is what tops it off for it being a Soapapilla cheesecake. Now you just put it in the oven, okay? 350 for just about 20-30 minutes, something like that. Now I'm gonna show you the finished Soapapilla cheesecake. Now, is that not so delicious? I'm so glad you joined me today. Don't forget recipes and more on TCT.tv. Thanks for joining us today.